and we welcome you to our 30-minute soiree, our spiritual retreating from the mind and coming back to our heart. It is so easy with all the distractions in the world today, especially the media, television and radio. It sometimes can take us from our place of centeredness. So let us now just spend these 30 minutes out of a 24-hour day of just allowing the Spirit of the Supreme with our beloved Earth Mother Gaia and all our spiritual teachers, the company of heaven, speak to our hearts. But first, if you have a candle, I would like you to light it for peace in this beautiful world. And I have lit my candle here for peace. And I would like to say the beautiful prayer of Francis of Assisi and dedicate this for our brothers and sisters in Syria, for the innocent men, women and children, for the women and children of the world who have their dignity raped and exploited by men, for the people of North Korea, the men, women and children who are being misled by dictators, for the whole family of God to come back to their heart and respect every faith and try and see the divine in every child of God, regardless of their belief. Lord, make me a channel of your peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, that where there is wrong, I may bring a spirit of forgiveness and love, that where there is discord, I may bring harmony, that where there is error, I may bring truth, that where there is doubt, I may bring faith, that where there is despair, I may bring hope, that where there are shadows, I may bring light, that where there is sadness, I may bring joy. Lord, grant that I may seek rather to comfort than to be comforted, to understand than to be understood, to love than to be loved, for it is in giving that we receive. It is by self-forgetting that one finds. It is by forgiving that one is forgiven. It is by dying that one awakens to eternal life. The animals of the earth are among God's very special creatures. They help us work, they carry us, they guard our homes at night, and best of all, they bring us joy and laughter. For they are messengers of God in the Cathedral of God, nature. Let us relax now, dear friends. Let us come back to our heart and sense the peace and the love of the Supreme. Let us be still. Let us be still now as we come into the presence of our Earth Mother, our beautiful Earth Mother. Let us now allow ourselves relax and experience all that there is being a child of God. And as we relax, let us be mindful that we are a child of love, a child of God, a child of the Supreme. And as we close our eyes, let us visualize our candle's flame burning bright and we can see the shadows in our sacred space of our loved ones and ancestors. We can see our spiritual teachers. As we breathe in, let us take a nice, deep, non-labored in-breath. Now let us hold it. And in our out-breaths, release all tension, all anxiety, and give them to Mother Earth. And we take another non-labored in-breath and hold it, and now release. A blessing to all gathered here. Relax. And as we breathe in again, let us breathe in the love of Gaia for us, her children. Let us hold that in-breath. And now let us release a blessing to the world, especially to those in crises, in conflict. Let us just now connect with the rhythm of our breathing and sense the peace of God, the peace of all that is. Be still now. Be still. Be still and know that we are loved. We are loved. Relax now. Relax. And be aware of love. And as we relax, we now allow our heart focus on a quote or two from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And he talks about cherishing one another. If we cherish others, then both others and ourselves, both deeply and superficially, will be happy. When we cherish ourselves more than others, we produce various types of suffering, both for ourselves and for those around us. And now he talks about living in harmony. Peaceful living is about trusting those on whom we depend and caring for those who depend on us. Let us stay with those reflections and let us listen to our heart. Let us experience the love, the peace, the joy of being in service to love as a child of God. For we are loved. We may not feel that love. We may be going through a crisis of our own where we feel so unloved, so rejected, so despised. We may be feeling unwell. We may be feeling, is life worth living? Let us just name and bless those innermost thoughts, and now let us release them to the light, so that nothing negative takes control of our heart. For our heart is our teacher, and our teacher speaks words of truth, words of enlightenment that allow us embrace. the innermost beauty of God. Relax now. Relax. I'm going to play because my heart was guided to just a second or two ago. It wasn't what I was going to play, but I'm going to honor my heart because the words of the next song are words I have played at many, many workshops and retreats around the world before I became enclosed in 2007, where I ran many retreats in Egypt by the Red Sea to bring back the divine feminine energies into Jerusalem, the heart chakra of the world. I would like to play this now. So just take a deep breath, relax, and listen to the words. How could anyone ever tell you you are not beautiful? By the amazing Shiananam. just relax and sense the peace of God speak to your heart. That if God does not condemn you, then why do we allow our mind and others alienate us from our path of peace? I would like to share with you a mantra that I say when I'm struggling, when I face the dark nights of the soul. I am a child of God, and I am loved for who I am, because I am a child of love. We need to recite those mantras as many times as we can to imprint on the mind that it is not the mind that governs our life. It is our heart, our higher self, the gateway to God. Come now, let us go for a short journey into the Cathedral of God, into nature. Let us come and meet with our Earth Mother Gaia, who loves us and who desperately needs companions who will work with her to promote peace in this beautiful world. A world that has been savaged by man's inhumanity to man through greed and selfishness. But we who have surrendered our heart to the Supreme, not to religion, but to spirituality, to a simpler way of living, by honoring the laws of God, to love our neighbor as ourselves, and to forgive those who have wronged us, and to pray from a compassionate heart that is not judgmental. Let us come on this journey. I would like you to visualize we're walking through a gate into a woodland, a beautiful woodland, a woodland where nature is thriving, where the elementals, the devas, the nature spirits, and the animal kingdom are in abundance because they are happy. Because man does not enter this domain. It is hidden from mankind. But Gaia invites you to pick up your candle and go for a short walk and allow her introduce you to the Cathedral of God. You come to the gate, and Gaia is there waiting to meet you. And she says, "Welcome, O beloved child of the earth. Come, you are welcome, because we trust you, because you intend no harm." And as you walk with her through the woodland, your senses become alive with the fragrance of the trees, the leaves, the plants. Your sense of hearing is overwhelmed by the sounds of the birds, the bees, the little insects, and the butterflies. Your sense of sight is overwhelmed also by the sheer beauty, where you see the sun's rays cascading through the trees like a waterfall, and you see the most exquisite little birds of every size and description. You see the rabbits chasing one another. You see Mr. and Mrs. Fox with their babies. and all are at peace here. And just in the distance along the path, you see a little deer with her mom, looking for vegetation, totally unstirred by your presence, and they come to you as much as to say, welcome, welcome into our family home. Join us. And as you meander along the narrow pathway, our beloved Gaia, our Earth Mother, leads you to a plateau that looks down on the valley before you. A beautiful valley. You see the river meandering through rock faces. You see the sheep and the cattle grazing. You see the farmer with his workmen ploughing the field. And the sun is bright. The air is cool. And you feel relaxed. And Gaia has prepared a table for you to taste some of the fruits from our garden. And just in the distance, you see an old tree trunk that's been turned into a seating area. And an upturned piece of wood makes a table. And the overhanging willow tree creates a canopy to protect you from the heat of the noonday sun. And you sit, you relax. And all around you, nature is at her best. Gaia offers you a drink of the beautiful crystalline water from the nearby waterfall that have come from the rocks, where there's a lagoon at the top of the mountain, and when it fills, it releases its beautiful healing springs. And as you take a goblet of this water, something happens to you. It completely relaxes you in mind, in body and spirit. And it leaves you feeling complete, safe, loved, and at peace. And on the table you see fruit, apples, oranges, grapes, even figs. And our beloved Earth Mother invites you to help yourself. And by your feet you've got the rabbits chasing one another. And of course Mr. and Mrs. Fox with their cubs come to investigate. But you are at peace in nature. You need nature as your teacher to help you reconnect with being. But not only do you need nature, nature also needs you. For nature's survival depends on us, depends on you. You are not separate from nature. We are all part of the one life that manifests itself in countless forms throughout the universe. Forms that are all completely interconnected. When you recognize the sacredness, the beauty, the incredible stillness and dignity in which a flower or a tree exists, you add something to the flower, to the tree. Through your recognition, your awareness, nature too comes to know itself. It comes to know its own beauty and sacredness through you. So relax and embrace the sacredness of this place. And it holds you, and now it allows your heart. Sing the praises to your God. Sing the praises of thanksgiving to your spiritual teachers, be it the Lord Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, Sri Chimoy, Gandhi, the Lord Christ, Francis, Mia Baba, Osho, Rumi. We come as children of love. We come as custodians of the universe, custodians of nature, and we are all being held by the loving embrace of the sacredness within every flower, plant, leaf, in every blade of grass. We are part of that sacredness. And you are totally relaxed now, and you sense the peace and the love of God. Just relax and allow yourself become a part of this beautiful sacredness as an ambassador of peace. Be still in the presence of love. I am light divine. I am a child of God. And this is God's gift to our hearts when we are willing to surrender our life to love, for peace. Experience that peace, for that peace is freely given. It is freely shared to those who are willing to retreat from the mind, from the fear, the crisis, the dramas of life, and return to their heart, their teacher. Be still now. Be at peace, for you are the peace of God. And in our in-breath we say, I am a child of the universe. I am a child of God. I am loved, accepted, respected as a child of God. I embrace all that I am as a child of God to peace, that all men and all women from all faiths and none will come into this sacred Cathedral of God and experience love, unconditional, selfless love. Be at peace. And as you come round, you see your candle flame burning. And what's so interesting, by your candle, you find a plate of fruit and a feather to represent your guardian angel and the angels of nature, for they have brought you a memento of their taking you into their domain, a domain of love for those willing to surrender their hearts to love. Treasure these moments. Treasure these moments, for these are God-centered moments, and all that was given in love, for love, because you are love. You are a child of love. I wish you good night I thank you for joining me. May your God go with you. Namaste. Shalom. Inshallah Paxet Bonum. Om Shanti. Solo di Caritas. Peace. And may the peace of all that is sacred in creation enrich your heart and fill your life with God's amazing abundance. And in the name of the Father, Mother, God, I bless you and ask the holy angels of God to protect you and keep you safe. Amen. Take care until we meet again.